Game of Thrones is sometimes defended by saying that, oh, we just needed to redo the last season. Season 8 was the worst, and if we just redid it, then everything would be better and the show would have ended on a great note. And to that I say, well, that's stupid and you're wrong. But specifically, I would like to point that, as a book reader, obviously I have problems going back a lot further. Even as a show watcher, season 7, how do you look at season 7 and not go, oh, what? But every so often I will remember and then just be fixated on the ridiculousness that is the back half of season 7 and the whole north of the wall capture a sample white arc that took up literally half of the penultimate season. Just like this comment says, sometimes I think about how the Avengers went north of the wall and sacrificed an entire dragon so they could bring a live zombie 4,000 miles in a plywood box to not convince Cersei of anything at all. That took up half a season. Because remember, season 7 and season 8 weren't even full seasons in the way that we had come to expect them from Game of Thrones. Because Game of Thrones had always been 10-episode seasons for seasons 1 through 6 until season 7 and 8 because D&D didn't want to make the show anymore at that point. And beyond them, wanting to go off and make a Star War, they didn't want to make these seasons as they were. They wanted to finish off the series with, I believe it was 3 movies. That was their whole big plan, because they didn't want to do episodes anymore. And they're yeah, let's just do 3 movies. We'll release them in theaters and it'll all be jolly good. I'm what? It's a TV show, sirs. But then you look at season 7, you're okay, well, obviously they didn't get their way because look at the results. So season 7 only consists of 7 episodes, the final 3 of which all concern this grand scheme of Jon Snow's where, Cersei needs to be brought in line so that they can fight the dead together, which sure, good, yeah, that is kind of the overarching the theme of the series. There is an actual battle that requires everyone's attention that is being supplanted by, ooh, the pointy chair, I want it. But there are certainly easier ways of getting this done. Namely, hey, why don't we have Daenerys, use her nukes, or at least the threat of her nukes, to take King's Landing, and then we have the armies anyway. But then, of course, you have Tyrion suddenly caring about his family, despite, murdering his father and wanting to murder everyone, but no, Tyrion is suddenly very conscious about family and the importance of it. Ooh, thank you, D&D, for seeing yourselves in Tyrion and then ruining him for the rest of us. So tired, so salty. So instead of Daenerys just, taking the throne by force for the good of the realm, literally, so that they can unite all the armies and then go north and just deal with it, as she is open to doing after the pointy chair is taken care of. Because remember, we're still at the point where we're fixated on the pointy chair. But no, Jon Snow's haha, we just need to get everyone to agree to a truce. And the only way to get everyone to agree to a truce is we need to convince Cersei. How do we convince Cersei? We need a sample. And even the way they go about doing that is insane because they if I remember correctly, they smuggle Tyrion into the city so that he can check if Jaime and Cersei would be open to talking about a truce. But then, okay, you're open to it. Cool. We'll be back in 6 months because again, that's how long it's going to take for everyone to go up, come back down. Cause this is it's a continent. It's a continent, y'all. George has said Westeros is roughly the size of South America. Go from Panama down to the tip of Argentina and then back. What? But it's okay. We have fast travel now because we've got to wrap this shit up because it's over. Because we didn't get to make our movies so that we could go make our other Star Wars movies. And now we're salty about it. But no, season 7 is great. It was great. We just need to fix season 8. No, season 7 is also bad. I'm losing coherency. But they travel north. They go, they stay on the island of Lost Toys for days? Unclear, very unclear, because they captured their sample white and then they said, hey, why don't we just go, stand in the middle of the frozen lake? Because yeah, we have our sample. But oh no, there's a lot more because we didn't consider that where you go to get a sample, there will be more. This group of 7 or 8 of us, that's enough, right? There's only a whole army that is the subject of the concern, which is the reason that we need a sample up here. But I'm sure that the 7 of us can deal with the army. I know the show made Jon Snow kind of dumb, which again, he's not dumb in the books, but the show makes him dumb. But this is a level. This is we've achieved a new achievement unlocked here, Jon. Not to mention mention, once they're like, stuck there and waiting, we send Gendry to do his whole like chariots of fire thing, which somehow, what is the speed of ravens? What is the speed of ravens that Gendry, well, okay, Gendry can, like run faster than any man alive, like he should be studied. But once he gets there, he sends a raven off to Daenerys on Dragonstone, a continent away. And okay, like, whatever, say Daenerys, like, gets it and can hurry there, like, within a day or two of getting it. Sure, I don't know how they're surviving on the island of Misfit Toys that long, but whatever. But the Raven, how did the Raven get down there so quick? It's insane. I'm saddened remembering this. Then, of course, you get there, you lose a dragon, which is the entire reason for this subplot. This subplot makes absolutely no sense, but because we've had to combine all the storylines, because we cut half the characters, because we didn't want the show to go on any longer, we're winging it at this point, and so we need Daenerys to go up there so that she can lose a dragon, so that the Night King, who is, our own kind of invention at this point, because he isn't in the books, he needs a dragon though, so we need to give him a dragon. Let's give him one of Daenerys's. So let's do this whole plot contrivance for 3 fucking episodes, 3 of our precious real estate. Remember, the last 2 seasons had a grand total of 13 episodes between them. But it's fine if we waste our time, just so that we can, like do the Deus Machina and like give the White Walkers a dragon. Okay, fine, we accomplished that. Well, are we gonna pay off this like horribly contrived thing that was done only so we can give them a dragon? Are we gonna pay it off in another way so at least you've like 2 birds with one stone it? No, why would we? As the commenter said, we have somehow carried this sample zombie in a plywood box for thousands of miles. We get it to Cersei. Cersei sees it, goes, oh wow, zombies, they're real. But then immediately goes, yeah, but I don't care because I'm Cersei and I'm bad. I don't know what the point of this video is. I'm just ranting. I'm tired. I like to make a video every night because I don't like to miss one for you guys. But what was this? What was it? And I don't want to hear like, oh, just redo the last season. No, don't just redo the last season. Redo the last multiple seasons. Honestly, the show basically stops making sense in the middle of like season 5. If you just look at it, if you just focus, if you just think, well, we were tricked, y'all. We were tricked by the pretty costumes and the funny lines and the dragons, because there was dragons and the CGI budget went up. And then there was Ramin with his music tricking us. Like, why did I love the sept blowing up and ignore the illogicalness of it, of being like, wait, she blew up the Vatican, but there isn't any repercussions for her? That's insane. She's living in a city of millions of people known for doing riots. And if you don't believe me, read in the books. Multiple royals are killed from riots because the people, they're crazy, they're religious fanatics, and you just blew up the Vatican next to them. But you want me to believe that they just like sat there and was like, oh yeah, well, Vatican's gone now? No, they'd be storming shit. And like, yeah, maybe you'd kill a few hundred of them, but eventually the guards are going to get overwhelmed and Cersei's going to be dead. I don't know how to end this video. I'm just ranting. It was stupid. I think it's stupid. We can't just remake one season, kill the whole thing. It's fine. Okay, good night.